This artist video report is focused on the life of Salvador Dalí and his significant paintings. Salvador Dalí was a Spanish artist born in 1904 in Figueres, Spain. His father was a notary and was very strict with his children. He had 2 siblings, 1 brother and 1 sister. Dalí practiced art from a very young age and created very intricate drawings. When he began college, he attended Colegio de los Hermanos Maristas. He had a troubling experience in college due to his wild and out-common ideas and criticisms of the teachers, which eventually got him suspended. After returning to college and completing his exams, he frequently traveled to Paris, where he met up with many famous artists such as Pablo Picasso, which is where he gained his many artistic inspirations. In addition to art, he was successful in filmmaking industries and was known for his peculiar personality and his, quote, flamboyant mustache. He went on to create many influential paintings that make him famous today, and in his later years he was forced to retire due to a motor incident where his hands no longer had full control, and unfortunately in 1989 he passed away of a heart disease. During the years of Salvador Dalí, some world events that occurred was World War I, which began in 1914. He was a young boy during this time, and Spain remained neutral during these wars as it was the safest option for the country. The Rif War occurred in 1920 and ended in 1926. The Rif War was fought between Spain and the Berber tribes. In 1931, the Second Spanish Republic began, and 6 years later, the Spanish Civil War was fired as a revolt against the Republican government. In 1939, the leader, Francisco Franco, was inaugurated, and he made a stop to encourage the Surrealist movement. Finally, in 1978, the Spanish Constitution was issued. These world events could have influenced the artist's work to be more exclusive and to create a positive energy for the viewers. Salvador Dalí belonged to the movement known as the 20th Century Surrealist movement. This movement allowed artists to create limitless designs where they could use their imagination and creativity to create dreamlike imagery that enhanced the limited vision of the people. Towards the middle of the Surrealist movement, Francisco Franco became the leader of Spain. He encouraged the explosion of the Surrealism styles, which was rapidly occurring due to the, quote, counter-revolutionary activity of fascism under Hitler. Once war approached in Spain, Dalí worked with Surrealists and could not take a stand against it anymore, which is when he was arrested. This is said to be the reason for the end of the Surrealist movement. Dalí was known for his Surrealist paintings filled with symbolism. He is mostly credited for the innovation of paranoia criticism, which was based on his delirious depictions. This is expressed in one of his most credited work, The Persistence of Memory, which we will look at later. Dalí's associated his paintings with 3 general themes. 1. Man's universe and sensations. 2. Sexual symbolism. And 3. Ideographic imagery. To achieve these themes, Dalí used many elements such as a plethora of lines, usually thin, that were implied, calligraphic, straight, actual, etc. He also used lots of value to create shadow and depth of an object to make them appear more real. He used many shapes such as rectangles, triangles, cubes, geometric shapes, and mainly organic shapes. His paintings have implied motion such as the clocks melting off the table, color, and texture that is focused on senses. These elements are especially shown in his painting, The Persistence of Memory, which is seen right here. And a majority of his other works as well portray these elements. The main principles of his work consist of unity, variety, balance, and emphasis and subordination. His work draws attention to the subject, the main focal point, and then the surrounding landscape is more basic to keep the viewer's attention on the center of the image. For example, in the photo with the scissors, your eye is drawn straight to the picture and the background imaging doesn't distract the viewer's eyes. The main function of Dali's paintings is art as self-expression, in which I agree completely. His works convey his unique and eccentric personality through a different look on the world. I agree with the theory he was granted as self-expression. His artwork expresses his world views, and his mindset about life. His paintings are a reflection of a new outtake on the environment, which creates a very well-known personal piece that is known and appreciated by people all around the world. And these are my cited sources.